Most people use Claude like a slightly faster Google search. Type 3 words, get a generic blob, close the tab. Meanwhile, a small group of power users are shipping products and saving 30+ hours a week with the exact same tool. So what's the difference? It's not talent. It's not some computer science degree. It comes down to 12 specific techniques, and we're going to walk through every single one. Technique 1. The only prompt template you'll ever need. Forget $5,000 courses. This fits on one screen. You set a role, define your task, give context about your situation, add constraints, and then, here's the magic line, you tell Claude to ask clarifying questions until it's 95% confident. That last line? Single most powerful thing you can add to any prompt. Claude starts asking smart follow-up questions, and honestly, half the time those questions reveal that your own thinking was fuzzy. You sharpen the request before Claude even starts working. Now, technique 2. Most people turn Claude into a yes machine, a glazing partner that agrees with everything. Feels nice, adds zero value. The real unlock? Tell Claude to argue with you. Say, rip this apart like a skeptical investor would. That's when it goes from research assistant to strategic advisor. Technique 3 is deceptively simple. Use Claude as your tutor. Stuck on a weird error? Screenshot it and drop it in. Don't wait for a YouTube comment reply. Here's a challenge. For 2 weeks, ask Claude first before reaching out to a person. You'll be surprised how often it just handles it. Technique 4. Claude skills. Think of a skill as a mini playbook, a repeatable task Claude can execute on demand. If ChatGPT has custom GPTs, Claude has skills. But skills are more powerful because they can execute code, chain together, and Claude decides which ones to use automatically based on your request. But here's the thing. Don't go downloading thousands of generic community skills. The best ones come from your own workflow. After a good conversation with Claude, just say, based on our conversation, create 3 skills. Claude will analyse the whole exchange and build skills tailored to exactly how you work. Technique 5. Memory. Without it, every Claude session starts from zero. You re-explain your business, your preferences, your constraints, every single time. Like onboarding a new hire who forgets everything overnight. In the web interface, projects fix this. In Claude Code, it's the CLAUDE.md file. And here's the power move most people miss. Don't just write your CLAUDE.md once and forget about it. At the end of every session, ask Claude, what are the most important things you should extract and update in CLAUDE.md? Now you've got living documentation that evolves with your project. Huge difference. Technique 6 sounds almost too simple. Repeat your most important instructions. Google's own research backs this up. As conversations get longer, Claude loses track of what matters. So create shortcuts for your critical constraints and run them multiple times per session. The things you repeat are the things that actually get done. But technique 7, this is the highest leverage habit on the entire list. Power users spend 80 to 90% of their Claude Code time in plan mode. Just going back and forth on approach, questioning assumptions. Only when the plan is rock solid do they switch to edit mode. The results are dramatically cleaner. Here's why it matters. Without plan mode, Claude guesses at approach, imports random libraries, breaks existing features. You spend hours reverting. With plan mode, the approach is validated before a single line gets written. Minimal changes, ships clean on the first try. Now we get to the really exciting stuff. Technique 8, MCP, or Model Context Protocol. This is the bridge between Claude telling you what to do and Claude actually doing it. Without MCP, Claude is a consultant. It gives you steps 1 through 5. You do the work. With MCP, Claude is an employee. It does the work. So what does MCP actually look like? You connect Claude to your real tools, Gmail, Slack, Stripe, Notion, Airtable, whatever you use. You do it once. and then Claude can interact with all of them in every future conversation. One chat message. Pull last week's sales from Stripe, summarize support tickets from Intercom, draft a Monday report in Gmail. Done. And getting started? Honestly, easier than you'd think. Just tell Claude, here are the apps I use. Gmail, Notion, Slack, Stripe. Which ones have MCP servers? Walk me through setting each one up. Claude gives you step-by-step instructions. That's it. No coding required. Technique 9 is where everything clicks together. Skills tell Claude what to do. MCP gives it the tools to actually do it. When you combine them, you get the closest thing to a mini AI employee that exists today. This is the technique every Claude user should be working toward. Real example. A single skill called /crosspost can search your Google Drive for video drafts, transcribe each one, write platform-specific captions, generate infographics, schedule everything across platforms for the week, and log it all in Airtable. One command, the whole pipeline runs. And here's the advantage over tools like make.com or N8N. You can say /crosspost, but make carousels for the prompt videos and publish these two immediately. And Claude just adapts on the fly. A rigid automation pipeline can't handle that kind of exception. This can. Technique 10. Mobile and remote control. Start a conversation on your laptop. Continue it from your phone. No context lost. But Claude Code's remote control feature goes further. You can actually run Claude Code from your phone while it executes on your computer. Search files, run scripts, approve every action, all from your pocket. Technique 11. GitHub. If you're using Claude Code for anything beyond simple chat, GitHub is essential. Think of it as a save system with unlimited undo. Your main branch stays stable. Experiments happen on branches. Works? Merge it. Doesn't work? Delete the branch. Nothing lost. Power users also store their Claude settings and skills in GitHub. Version control for your entire AI workflow. And technique 12, the one nobody wants to hear. You have to put in the reps. Watching tutorials without following along is like watching workout videos without exercising. You will fail. You will accidentally delete things. You'll restart projects multiple times. That's the work. And every mistake teaches you something no tutorial ever could. So here's the full picture. These 12 techniques are intentionally ordered. Beginner stuff at the top, prompt template, sparring, tutoring. Intermediate in the middle, skills, memory, plan mode. Advanced at the end, MCP, skill stacking. Each one layers on the last. You don't need to master all 12 at once. Here's the thing. The gap between a casual Claude user and a power user isn't intelligence. It's not technical ability. It's the willingness to stack these techniques, one on top of another, until your AI workflow runs like a second brain. The tools are here. The techniques are proven. The only variable left is you. Now, if you want a head start, the Claude Code Power User Kit has pre-built skills, CLAUDE.md templates, and MCP configurations already put together for you. It's $39 on Gumroad. Saves you the setup time so you can skip straight to the stacking. And if you're building a business around this, the OpenClaw Business Starter Kit gets you a full AI assistant configured in 60 minutes. That's $59 on Gumroad. Both links are in the description. So start today. Use the prompt template. Try the sparring approach. Build your first skill. Set up one MCP connection. Stack from there. The reps are what matter. Not the watching, not the reading, the doing.